So my contract should get renewed on August 27th, but my company got a lot of issues and is currently on hiring freeze. All the juniors won't get renewed. I've been working for them for 3 years. My HR asked for a one-on-one meeting in presence. I guess that means in person. We always typically talk remotely. We never meet in person. So the fact she's asking for the specific meeting is weird. She also lives in another city. I'm pretty sure that I won't get renewed, and this is just their way of telling me. What do you guys think? Is this the only possibility?
Look,
Big
I
dog.
feel for you, dude. I feel for you, bro. You're getting laid off, big dog. Dude, hey, if it makes you feel any better, it might not be your performance. It might not be anything about it. It
Sure.
might just be because you say
Sure.
things like in presence instead of in person.
Sure.
They might just be
Sure.
sick of that fucking horse shit that apparently you're doing all the time.
Yeah,
If I heard that one time, I'd be like, out, done.
Yeah, because if you're writing, if you're writing to us like you're writing in emails, I would be pretty pissed off. I'd be pissed off. And if you're
Yes.
doing it left-handed, I would fire your ass immediately.
You might be onto something, dude.
If you walked in here and was like, I'm a lefty and I'm saying in presence, out of here. Get the hell out
Yeah.
of here.
But that might just be how they talk, dude. They talk from a different part of their brain, a place you've never been. They live in a part of their brain you've never been. But what I'm saying, again, going back to the major point, this guy's getting fucking fired, and I'm so sorry for it, dude. You probably have better things ahead of you.
Honestly, yeah, bring your shit though. Make sure you bring your shit. Like, don't leave anything at home because then you're gonna to see these people again. It's not fun, or you're gonna have to pay for postage or something like that, and they're gonna make you because they're all cheaped out. Obviously, they're not doing well economically. Their bottom line doesn't look that good, so like you're gonna have to pay for postage. So make sure you bring everything from laptop to mouse to keyboard to maybe a pen that they gave you one time because you know those cheap fucks are gonna say, "Hey,
yeah, true.
Where's that pen that I gave you back before?" COVID that you never returned, you dickhead.
Yeah, they're coming for the pen. But I mean, and again, I'm totally feel for this guy, but I've always fantasized about the idea of getting fired and the how allowed you are to get blacked out that night seems like such a freeing feeling.
Oh yeah, 100%. That sounds awesome. Honestly, I might have told the story before about my fired experience from Comcast.
I was just gonna ask you, you've been fired before. What was the night?
I've never. This is the first job until I get fired. I've never not been fired since college. I've always had a job I got fired at.
Oh, not good, dude. Not good. I might lay you off on the podcast if you keep up your horse shit.
I'm a consummate professional getting fired. I know exactly how to get fired. Well, for the first one was performance. I was in a sales job. I didn't sell one thing in an entire year. The fact that they even kept me for that long is insane. And then the second one for Comcast was COVID. Because I was a part of recruiting, which is under the marketing spectrum of the company, which is a zero-sum business. We don't make any money for the business. We just hire people. We actually cost them money. Obviously, they have to pay our salaries and the people we hire salaries. So it's not if anyone out there is a recruiter right now, I would just say get out of there as fast as you can. You don't ever want to be a part of like a zero-sum business because when cuts come, they typically come for the people who are not making any money. I don't care if you're an executive recruiting. I don't care if you're recruiting college kids like I were. You could recruit the best person in the world. They could make your company a bunch of fucking money. They don't care. They don't care.
Dude, but like getting fired from Comcast during COVID, like Comcast does Wi-Fi and television, which are two of the primary things that people needed
home security,
during COVID. And
home
you
security.
Still got fired, dude. People had never needed you more.
Dude, people were cutting the cord. People were cutting the cord because they were trying to save on their bills, dude. We were only getting $2,000 from Daddy Trump. They were trying to cut down on the bills. They were cutting the cord, and they cut me because they cut the cord.
You got fired from the most needed thing during COVID. Holy
Shut the fuck up. I didn't think about it. I'm a zero-sum business. It doesn't matter.
Dude, you got laid off from Pfizer during COVID. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, let me tell you my story.
Let me hear. Yeah, my bad.
So we used to have this guy. His name was Pete. His name, I'll just say his first name. Good, nice guy, but we used to call him the Grim Reaper because if you saw him on the floor, someone was getting let go, and like there was a lot of turnover on my team. Again, zero-sum business. We're doing college recruiting. We also hired a bunch of shitheads. Like it's the bottom of the barrel, and so every time you saw him, it would be like fuck, just go hide because you don't want to have that one-on-one meeting with him and everything. So we probably lose like one here, one here. I'm there for like a year and a half. We lost like 3 or 4 people already. One day we go into his LinkedIn to see what he did before. He worked at fucking Lehman Brothers during the 2008 collapse.
Ew, dude.
So he's the Barry Bonds of like firing people.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Like this is a 2008 collapse. Lehman Brothers. He fired people and then lost his job himself. Like he is the Ayatollah of firing. Like,
yeah, he's a blue-haired woman working at a Planned Parenthood. He's totally cool with an abortion every now and then.
100%. He watched people. He literally watched the life from people's eyes leave their bodies. Their 401ks be nuked. Their stock options be nuked because we couldn't freaking keep the banks going and stuff. So like seeing him, like every firing was just another like, here's your package, severance for a couple months, blah 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 blah.
Right. Yeah.
So we go into COVID, and I'm probably still around for like 7-8 months. Well, at this time, I'm living with technically my boss. So bear with me. This is a convoluted. I know. So my boss, Jim, who actually listens to this, my buddy Jim you've seen him, you've met him down in Wildwood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like he's going to be in my wedding. Like his future wife is officiating the wedding and stuff. So like we're tight and stuff. And I moved home with my mom, but he was like, hey, why don't we get an apartment together? And I was like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we get a meeting on our calendar. It's my buddy Jim, who's my boss, and then our boss's boss. And they're like, just a run of the mill, like, hey, just wanted to like, talk to you guys, see how the campus recruiting's going, see how the program's going, see where our numbers are and everything. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah. Can't believe I have to go on a fucking meeting. I'm already basically stealing money at this point because I'm working on 100 other things that I'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
So he takes the meeting upstairs. I'm taking the meeting in the living room. All of a sudden, he pops on. All of a sudden, his boss pops on. And then out of nowhere, the Grim Reaper pops on.
Oh dear God, he rises from the dead.
And I just started laughing because it was like everything that we always talked about. Like, don't be the one to get caught by the Grim Reaper is like what just happened. So my boss's boss told my buddy Jim, be like, you can leave. My buddy Jim had no idea that I was getting fired.
I was going to say, did he know, but I guess he'd have to let you know.
And trust me, I fucking grilled his ass. I was like, did you know about this? That's the only thing I want to know. Did you know about this?
Yeah.
And so it's like, go ahead.
I would say you're looking for like that Godfather moment where it's like you fucking I loved you or something. And you went to kiss him while you're up in his room.
It's like I loved you, Frito. The first thing I did was call my mom, which looking back on it is like the gayest thing of all time. But I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, I just got fired," and she was so scared for me. It's like, Mom, I got 2 months of severance, baby. That's the best part. Is that 2 months of severance, that fun employment, is some of the best times I've ever had. I met my fiance literally that weekend.
That was going to be my question. I've never been a part of a severance package. Like, is it in your head? You're like, all right, 2 weeks, it's having fun guy time. Is that like kind of what's in your head?
Months.
But I'm saying, I mean, at some point you have to look for a job, but you got to budget out like 2 weeks to be like, I'm fucking goofing off.
No, I mean, severance is the way to go. Like, I would say it didn't really kick in until like a month and a half. Like when I was like staring down the barrel of like the last paycheck in a couple of weeks, I was like, all right, we should probably get my shit together. But I was in another situation because I was doing what I do now. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go bartend. I'll get on government cheese. I'll get on health insurance. I'll get on like government health insurance and stuff. I'll bartend. And then we'll call it. We'll figure it out until someone picks me up.
That's what I'm saying. You pigged out on the sev, dude. If I had 2 months of severance, I'd enjoy a week and then I'd go full anxiety. I'd be like, I have to find something quick. You waiting till the last 2 weeks you had left I don't know how you could do it.
I knew I was going to be a bartender. That was my life, dude. That was my calling. That's the only job post college I haven't gotten fired from.
They don't fire bartenders. I think that's
illegal. I know, but that's the thing. Look at me. I'm gaming the system.
Damn, you really might be. You might be your own government psyop. This is crazy. I can't believe you're living off government cheddar and a fucking bartending job.
All right, now listen, looking back on it, were there some sleepless nights? Were there some sad days? Yes, there were. Okay. There were some pretty bad, dark days. Okay. I got lucky. I got lucky.
Yeah.
Worked hard to get where I got, but I'm just saying I don't recommend anybody walk into their boss's office and be like, give me 2 months of severance, bitch. I'm out of here. Okay.
Listen to this heel turn, dude. 13 seconds ago, you're like, severance is the way to go, dude.
Severance is the way to go. I'm telling you, though.
People, you just told people get fired and you will meet a fucking fiance. That was your initial advice, dude. That's crazy.
Dude, it's better than half the advice people are giving on the internet nowadays. Like the people on the internet are like, all it is just like one Jew versus 20 racist people. Like that's what the internet is now. It's like 20 midgets versus 165 guy. And they just like debate and they just fight.
You had your own jubilee. It was one bartender versus 20 drunk patrons at 2 p.m. on Tuesday. And we're all talking about the same shit.
One unemployed guy versus 20 bills.